Hey guys, I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite products that I use in the morning, especially when I'm wearing my curly wigs, because it's so hard to maintenance these curly wigs and I hate walking around with a fucking spray bottle. A lot of girls do not make it out of it, because I've almost been killed like 2 to 3 times. All my girlfriends are dead and gone.
In the span of just 1 month, 3 transgender women were violently killed in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. And among one of those women was someone who had just stepped into the global spotlight for the first time in her life. Someone who, only weeks before her death, stood on one of the most prestigious stages in independent film and told the world exactly who she was.
Hi guys, I'm Koko the doll. I'm here with Kokomo City. Yeah.
What does Kokomo City mean?
Us. The girls.
Okay.
The girls. Being bold, being honest, being upfront.
Okay.
Living in our truth.
Her name was Rashida Williams, and most people knew her as Koko the doll. But before we get into what happened that night in Atlanta, let me take you back to where it all began. Because to understand why her death caused an uproar, you first have to understand who she was. Rashida Williams was born in 1987 or 1988 in Atlanta, Georgia, and grew up in the Southside College Park area. It was a working-class neighborhood, and from a very young age, life was already stacking the odds against her. She faced rejection from her biological family as a teenager, and that rejection pushed her into survival mode earlier than most people could even imagine. By the age of 16, she had entered adult work, not out of some reckless choice, but because she needed to keep a roof over her head and to support her mother and sister. Around 17, she began her transition, and that is when things started to shift for her. She connected with Atlanta's LGBTQ+ and ballroom communities and found a chosen mother in a woman named Bella B. Cash, who took her under her wing and helped her build the confidence she desperately needed. Rashida grew into someone who was, by every account, magnetic, vibrant, and unapologetic, and she channeled all of that energy into music. She released rap singles under the name Hollywood Koko, including Trick in 2020 and Bulletproof in 2022. One of her original tracks was even featured on the 6th season of Showtime's series The Chi.
I'm trying to figure something out. What do you get out of when you see a trans girl out in public and you be like, and you're announcing that that's a trans girl or that's a man or whatever you want to call it? What the f do you get out of doing that? For one, it's not gonna stop shit. For two, all you're doing is making him curious. I'm really just curious to know. Comment below. Please, somebody tell me, help me figure it out.
She was building something real, piece by piece, in a world that had given her very little to work with. And then came the documentary that would change everything. Kokomo City, directed by Grammy-nominated producer Dee Smith, premiered at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival on January 21st. The film followed 4 Black transgender sex workers, including Rashida, as they navigated life in Atlanta and New York. It was raw and honest, and it won awards, including the Next Audience Award and the Next Innovator Award at Sundance. Critics gave it a 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It was, by every measure, a breakthrough.
It's fun. It's fun. And I'm just having fun with it. Like I said, this is all new to me. Yeah.
What do you think might be next for your movie career or anything? Do you like this kind of thing? Do you want to get in the media more?
Yeah, I definitely want to be in the media more. I want to have fun, like I said. And also, I want to explore. I want to explore, and I want the world to know it's just not about trans girls. It's about black, whites, everything, the whole community. And I just want to make it possible and let other trans girls know that they don't have to go through what we went through.
After the Sundance premiere, Rashida posted on Instagram about what the film meant to her, writing that it was going to open up so many doors for transgender girls and save lives. She had finally found a platform and a voice that people were actually listening to, and for the first time in her life, the future looked genuinely promising. That promise was stolen from her less than 3 months later. On the evening of April 18, 2023, around 10:42 at night, Rashida Williams was found unresponsive on a sidewalk near the Holmes Shopping Plaza at 2457 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, Southwest, in Atlanta's West Haven neighborhood. She had been shot. 2 women discovered Rashida still breathing, but she did not survive until police arrived. She was pronounced dead on the scene by Atlanta fire rescue personnel, gone in seconds, on a sidewalk in the city she had called home her entire life.
She was a beautiful soul, very caring, very giving, very warm. And she was living her truth, and she's a beautiful light and a big part of my heart.
A light now darkened and a heart crushed.
Not the way that I wanted my sister to leave this world.
That was Dominique Silver, one of Rashida's co-stars in Kokomo City, speaking just days after the shooting. And what makes this even harder to sit with is that Rashida never actually got to see the documentary play out in theaters. The film was not released theatrically until July 28, 2023, months after she was already gone. The movie she poured her heart into, the one she believed would change lives, came out with her name in the dedication. Now, here's where the investigation gets interesting, because Atlanta police moved fast on this one. Surveillance footage from nearby businesses, including a Wendy's on H.E. Holmes Drive and a Chevron on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, captured the entire incident. The video showed an individual wearing a white hoodie with a distinctive emblem and slides approaching Rashida, followed by the shooting.
Only on 11 Alive News, a mother is defending her teenage son. He's charged in the murder of a woman in Atlanta. His mom says her son did not pull the trigger. Koko was found shot along Martin Luther King Jr. Drive near the Hamilton E. Holmes MARTA station 2 weeks ago. 17-year-old Jamarcus Jernigan is charged with murder. Now, Jernigan's mother is refuting many points in the investigation, saying they'd never heard of Koko until her son was accused of killing her. Cody Alcorn spoke with the mom and detectives who say their break in the case came from surveillance video that captured the deadly shooting.
17-year-old Jamarcus Jernigan's mom says they woke up on April 26th and saw her son's picture plastered on newscasts and social media.
He said, I'm gonna go down here and clear my name.
The pictures are still frames from surveillance video inside this Chevron on MLK Jr. Drive. The timestamp isn't shown, so we can't confirm the date and time, but there's no question it's Jernigan.
He was coming from the train station to go home because he was with his girlfriend, and he stopped by the gas station.
It's the white hoodie and emblem on the front of it, along with a pair of slides we can't see in the pictures released. His murder warrant states ties him to a homicide about 500 feet from the gas station.
My son don't have a gun at all.
Jernigan is accused of shooting Koko on April 18th. His murder warrant states at 9:50 p.m. Koko is seen on surveillance video near the pool area of the Peaks at MLK apartment complex. APD released this video showing the guy she met with just before she was killed. He told detectives he met Koko at the entrance of the complex where she asked to use a charger. Police say video shows Koko leaving the complex by herself, and then multiple shots are heard in the video. Turns out the shooting was caught on video by security cameras outside the Wendy's next door. Detectives say the shooter's clothing in the video matches the hoodie Jernigan's wearing inside the nearby Chevron, but his mom says there's no way her son killed someone.
So you think if he actually did kill her, he would?
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
And tell you he did.
Yes, he would. Because my son is not like that. I'm gonna clear that up right now. Stop saying he turned himself in because he murdered somebody. No, he did not murder anybody. My son went down there to clear his name.
We looked through the entire warrant and a motive is never mentioned. A witness told detectives she was waiting at the bus and saw Koko arguing with a man. She said Koko was crossing the road still arguing when shots were fired. When the woman looked up, she saw Koko in the road. We are staying on.
Interior footage from the Chevron showed someone in matching clothing inside the store, just hundreds of feet from where the shooting took place.
First at noon and just into the newsroom, police releasing new pictures of a person of interest. They say this person could be connected to the murder of a transgender woman in Atlanta. Take a look. Atlanta police are asking for help in identifying and tracking down the person you see in these images. Last week, Koko, also known by her loved ones as Rashida Williams, was gunned down on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest. She was the star of the documentary Koko City. Anyone with information about her murder is asked to call Atlanta police. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $2,000 reward in this case. We have that image for you.
On April 26th, 8 days after the shooting, Atlanta police released surveillance stills to the public, asking for help in identifying the person of interest. And that's when things took a turn that nobody saw coming. 17-year-old Jamarcus Jernigan recognized himself in the footage. He woke his mother that morning after their phones started blowing up with notifications. And according to his mother, Ashley, what happened next was not what most people assumed. Ashley went on camera and told reporters directly that her son had gone to the police voluntarily to clear his name, not to turn himself in for murder.
That's right, Ron. We now know tonight, according to a warrant, that Koko Didal was shot in the face. Now, Jernigan's mom says they have never heard of Koko until her son was accused of killing her. Now, what we can tell you is detectives say their break in this case came when they tracked down surveillance video that captured this deadly shooting. 17-year-old Jamarcus Jernigan's mom says they woke up on April 26th and saw her son's picture plastered on newscasts and social media.
He said, I'm gonna go down here and clear my name.
The pictures are still frames from surveillance video inside this Chevron on MLK Jr. Drive. The timestamp isn't shown, so we can't confirm the date and time, but there's no question it's Jernigan.
He was coming from the train station to go home because he was with his girlfriend. And he stopped by the gas station.
It's the white hoodie and emblem on the front of it, along with a pair of slides we can't see in the pictures released. His murder warrant states ties him to a homicide about 500 feet from the gas station.
My son don't have a gun at all.
Jernigan is accused of shooting Koko Didal on April 18th. His murder warrant states at 9:50 p.m., Koko is seen on surveillance video near the pool area of the Peaks at MLK apartment complex. APD released this video showing the guy she met with just before she was killed. He told detectives he met Koko at the entrance of the complex where she asked to use a charger. Police say video shows Koko leaving the complex by herself, and then multiple shots are heard in the video. Turns out the shooting was caught on video by security cameras outside the Wendy's next door. Detectives say the shooter's clothing in the video matches the hoodie Jernigan's wearing inside the nearby Chevron, but his mom says there's no way her son killed someone.
So you think if he actually did kill her, he would?
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
And tell you he did?
Yes, he would. Because my son is not like that. I'm going to clear that up right now. Stop saying he turned himself in because he murdered somebody. No, he did not murder anybody. My son went down there to clear his name.
She insisted he was not involved in the shooting and did not own a gun. She claims that if he had actually done something like this, he would have told her. Jernigan went to the Zone 1 precinct accompanied by his aunt, where he was arrested without incident and transferred to Fulton County Jail. He was charged with murder, aggressive assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. He was held without bond. Now, Jernigan did admit one thing. He admitted to being the person seen inside the Chevron gas station that night, but he flatly denied firing any shots. His mother maintained that he had simply stopped at the gas station on his way home from being out with his girlfriend, and that the matching hoodie was nothing more than a coincidence. The murder warrant, signed on April 27th, laid out the probable cause. The warrant cited the surveillance footage showing clothing that matched what Jernigan wore inside the Chevron, combined with the eyewitness account of the verbal altercation escalating into gunshots. That was enough for the judge to sign. But here's what stands out. No motive was ever mentioned in the warrant. Atlanta police did open a hate crime investigation given Rashida's transgender identity, but initial findings showed no evidence that she was specifically targeted for being transgender or part of the LGBTQ+ community. The investigation pointed towards a spontaneous confrontation, one that escalated in a way that ended with a woman's life being taken. And as of today, there are no public updates on any trial, sentencing, or court proceedings involving Jamarcus Jernigan. This is because Jernigan was 17 at the time of the arrest, which means his case likely moved through juvenile court, where records in Georgia can be sealed from public view. 3 years later, Rashida's family and community are still waiting for answers that may never come in any meaningful way. Now, I need you to understand something about the bigger picture here, because Rashida Williams was not the only one. In early 2023, Atlanta saw 3 violent crimes committed against transgender women within a span of just a few months. And while authorities stated that the cases did not appear to be connected to one another, the sheer weight of what happened in that city within such a short window of time is horrifying. The first was an unidentified transgender woman who was critically shot in January. Then came Ashley Burton, a 37-year-old Black transgender woman who was fatally shot on April 11th at the City Park Apartments on Fairburn Road. Burton was found in the breezeway of her building going door to door seeking help, having already been shot. After shooting her, arrest warrants later revealed the suspect, Darius Mills, had attempted to steal her phone and then broke into her apartment to steal another one. And then, exactly a week after Burton's death, Rashida Williams was killed. A candlelight vigil was held at the site of Rashida's shooting on April 22nd. A GoFundMe campaign raised over $12,000 for her funeral arrangements, with loved ones describing her as one of Atlanta's most loving transgender women. She was honored in the In Memoriam segment at the 2023 BET Awards on June 25th. And Kokomo City, the documentary she believed would open doors for other trans women, was dedicated entirely to her memory when it finally reached theaters.
And it just really hurts me deeply to the core that she didn't get a chance to see the movie, live it, play its course, and succeed in what she wanted to succeed in.
Silver says even in death, Williams's fight to protect her community shines, even in the darkest hours.
We have to work together as people, as humanity, to really stop these issues and protect Black trans women at all costs. We really need to do better.
Director Dee Smith, who had last spoken with Rashida about a week and a half before her death, learned about the shooting through an Instagram message. Smith later said that there was something very divine about Rashida being in the film, and vowed to use the documentary as a platform to keep amplifying her story and the stories of other Black transgender women.
It's hurting us to our soul, and we are human beings at the end of the day.
Rashida spent her life being told in one way or another that she didn't belong, rejected by her family, pushed into survival, forced to navigate a world that was not built for someone like her. And then she found a voice, she found a camera, she found an audience that actually wanted to hear what she had to say. And for a few months, she had all of it. Kokomo City continues to screen and stream to this day, and it remains one of the most talked about documentaries on transgender representation in modern cinema. But the woman at the center of it, the one who cried during her very first conversation with the director because she understood how much the film could mean, will never see it unfold. What do you think about this case? Do you think the death may be linked to her being transgender? Let me know in the comment section. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.